Melky here again, and I'm going to go and read the YouTube community guidelines, because in the past I think I've read it, but when I see it again, there's some kind of new format probably, so I thought there's something I'm missing probably, so I'm going to go again. Keep in mind, I'm not a legal professional, and this is not legal advice, professional advice. Please consult your professional legal advisor or lawyers if you want to make a decision or use this information for your real life. Please take it with a grain of salt. So let's go. Impersonation policy here. We're talking about spams and stuff. They're preventing undesired content, right? It is the start of the guidelines. It says, the safety of our creators, viewers, and partners is our highest priority. We look to each of you to help us protect this unique and vibrant community. It is important you understand our community guidelines and the role they play in our shared responsibility to keep YouTube safe. Take the time to carefully read the policy below. You can also check out this page for a full list of our guidelines. Content intended to impersonate a person or channel is not allowed on YouTube. YouTube also enforces trademark holder rights. When a channel or content in the channel causes confusion about the source of goods and services advertised, it may not be allowed. If you see the content that violates this policy, please report it. If you feel that yours or other creators' channel is being impersonated, you can report the channel by following the instruction here. What these policies mean for you. If you're posting content, don't post content on YouTube if it fits any of the description noted below. Channel impersonation. A channel that copies another channel's profile, background, or overall look and feel in such a way that makes it look like someone else's channel. The channel does not have to be 100% identical as long as the intent is clear to copy the other channel. Personal impersonation, content intended to look like someone else is posting it. Okay guys, so be careful. Yes, I saw this in shorts. It rampant in shorts, guys. Like a lot of content uses like The Rock faces. I mean, it's memes, so everyone knows that a lot of it is used by a lot of it is not posted by The Rock himself, but a lot of things are not, like advice channels. It's Andrew. Everybody knows that Andrew Tate doesn't have really an official channel, as far as I know. Okay, as far as my knowledge is, Andrew Tate kind of spread his content to be, you know what, that could be legally shady right there. But Andrew Tate's content usually is not posted by Andrew Tate himself. But things like that, in that kind of format, usually used for content creators that is actually posting, actively having a channel and posting out. And a lot of people like using their persona, their format, as if it is like comedy, right? Comedy channel. They're you gotta be careful. Some of them are not official comedy, stand-up comedy content. So any proceeds that came out of it is not being circulated in the community that is authorized, or that is, you know what I mean, like touches them. Next, examples. Here are some examples of content that is not allowed on YouTube. Channels with the same name and image as another channel, with the only difference being a space inserted into the name or a zero replacing the letter O. Using someone else's real name, username, image, brand, logo, or other personal information to trick people into believing you are that person, right? Again, shorts channel. Some like VTuber probably have like streaming videos, and then they clip it using the VTuber's name. Hololive has specifically, for example, allowed this, as long as there are conditions like their links is there, it's clear in the description and everything. However, shorts, usually you don't see the descriptions, right? So I don't know whether that's allowed. Or TikToks. But yes, a lot of a lot of VTubers probably got impersonated. Exactly matching a channel description to another channel. Setting up a channel using the name and image of a person and then pretending that person is posting content to the channel. Setting up a channel using the name and image of a person and then posting comments on other channels as if they were posted by the person. Channels claiming to be a fan account but actually posing as another channels and re-uploading their content. Channels impersonating an existing news channel. Right, back to the fan account, right? It is a lot of times it is said that this is in the description of the channel that this is not the official channel, but it is posting mainly like the content of the creator or the artist or the celebrity or the persona, and it is using the persona. It's focusing on the persona. It's not retransforming the content. So like easily, most of the time, you would be safe to say that it could really siphon audiences from the main channel, from the real channel. So are you really a fan if you do that? Next, channel impersonating an existing news channel. Please remember these are just some examples, and don't post content if you think it might violate this policy. News, yes, news is often, but I rarely watch news like that. I always go to the news that are official, so maybe that's why I don't see a lot of those. But I do remember that seeing news like that in the past, like a compilation of news by a channel that is not the news. It is a little bit different, like memes, right? Memes could be transformative, but news, like the 30 seconds is the entire news from the news corporation. So that is their entire content. So even if you just take 30 seconds, that is their whole thing. Okay, next, what happens if content violates this policy? If your content violates this policy, we'll remove the content and send you an email to let you know. If this is your first time violating our community guidelines, you'll likely get a warning with no penalty to your channel. If it is not, we may issue a strike against your channel. If you get 3 strikes within 90 days, your channel will be terminated. You can learn more about our strike system here. We may terminate your channel or account for repeated violations of the community guidelines or terms of service. We may also terminate your channel or account after a single cause of severe abuse, or when the channel is dedicated to a policy violation. You can learn more about the channel or account termination here. Okay, so I actually have concentrated on fair use before. So I suggest everyone who wants to make a content should care about this, learn about this, take a day or two or any spare time to actually be interested about fair use, because this is like the gray area where you want to be able to maneuver in. Okay, guys, this fair use thing, for example, let me talk about it. Shorts is rampant, right? It's everywhere now. TikTok's content, like 1-minute contents, and you could kind of say that a lot of people would want other people to react to their shorts. But now, guys, take a look at this, right? Shorts partner program starting in 2023. Now it gets a little bit complicated where monetization is in play. So if you are taking their whole content, because it's just 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 60 seconds, you're going to take their whole content and react to it. It is the common thing to do. When reacting, of course, there's an opinion there. It's transformative. I could safely say that usually it would be fall under fair use, unless the reaction is really just like a it has no intention in it. It's just for spamming purposes. You could kind of know that as a human being, right? But if it is something you reacted to and you want to put in some of your personality in, some of your reaction in, you could really say that that is transformative. However, though, is it siphoning income from other people? It could still be considered, even though it is transformative, doesn't necessarily it fulfilled all of the requirements of fair use, right? Most of the time, you could be safe, but pay attention to cases, right? There are past cases where things that are supposed to be good ended up lost in court. Why? Because it is actually bad for business. The whole purpose of intellectual property, guys, is actually to reward the creators, right? That is what you have to have in your mind, in your focus, guys. It's already 10 minutes, so I'm going to end the video. That is your focus. You want to reward the creators, right? So when you make content that is preventing that, or in the way of that, or especially the creators themselves not wanting your content, as much as it is probably driving views and money into the creators, the intellectual property is kind of protected the interests of the creators outside of that as well. There are artists out there that are kind of crazy, and they don't really want money. They want something else. And if that something else is being hindered by your posting or your content, or your taking of their content and using it, that could be that's definitely in the way, right? And so what are you going to do about it? What is the court are going to do about it? And what are the people, who are you going to support? Who am I going to support? I think that is interesting. That is fair use, guys. Okay, so that would be it from me. Thank you very much for watching.